didn't reply. I feel like I live for this moment. Can see it in their eyes. Them other guys don't want it. My style, they can crown it, but can't dethrone it. I was aiming for the top and now I'm on it. What a powerful performance. I was in my zone. Send flowers for opponents. Tell them get well soon, cause I ain't in the mood. So if you read that word backwards, then it should spell.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman. We got a lot of games to cover, so let's get to it. In our first game this week, we had the Cardinals walk away with a 6-point victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Steelers pick up win number 7. The Giants won this contest and will now move to third place in the NFC East. Nelson had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Raiders, Chiefs. Campbell
calling signals at the 9-yard line. Crowd into it now. Rolls right. And look at this toss across his body between defenders. Picture perfect 6.
The Raiders win this one by the final score of 23-20. Number 27 rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Ravens beat the Bengals. Up in the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, the city by the Sound, we had the Seahawks end up on the right side of an 11-point game. Up at Invesco Field at Mile High, we had the Broncos get blown out by 28. Jaguars, Texans. Broncos get number 23.
He's backed up in his own territory. Tries to bounce outside. He'll have the first down. Shakes another tackle. Goes down the sidelines. Wait a minute. Yes, the ref said his feet were in. He could go all the way. 73 yards.
The Texans go on to win this by the final score of 42-10. The Cowboys erupted for 400-plus offensive yards in their victory at the Lincoln Financial Field. The Saints won at home and finished their season by giving the crowd something to cheer about. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. This week had some big injuries, and we'll get to all of them, but we're going to start right here. May is arguably the biggest name on this list. X-rays revealing that a broken foot is the report. He'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Niko Kotovidis had to be placed on injured reserve, so he'll be on the sidelines for the rest of the year. Just a key blow to the heart of this defense. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
Dolphins, Patriots. Number 17
is so dangerous with his speed. The ball at the 27-yard line. And there's a little stutter step, and he's wide open. Touchdown!
The Patriots go on to win this by the final score of 41-38. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Titans pick up their 11th win of the year. The Vikings won this contest, but will stay at the second place in the NFC North. The Packers win yet again this week and keep their impressive streak alive. Panthers, Falcons. Impressive. Michael Turner
is in the backfield at the 37-yard line, gets the pitch, spins right there, whoop! And then at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown!
The Falcons win this one by the final score of 38-31.
All right, Chris, thanks. All right, folks, our playoff picture has now been officially finalized. So let's take a look at it now, shall we? We'll begin with a look at the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So the playoff matchups are set in stone, and we should have a few games that put the Wild into Wild Card Weekend. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And then there were 12, the playoffs, right around the corner, which means it's time for our regular season awards. But first, my primetime players. The final round of game balls go to these Warriors, each with a standout performance in the final game of the regular season. All right, as promised, here's a look at this year's best of the best, our season-ending NFL awards. Peyton Manning, without a doubt, is going to take home the hardware in this one. You see the numbers on your screen, but numbers really don't tell the whole story. Leadership, work ethic, love of the game, that's what truly makes him stand out. Yeah, without question, the best year of anyone. Drew Brees has got to be our choice for Offensive Player of the Year, and you've got to be hard-pressed to find better numbers than that. Obviously, give a lot of credit to the rest of the offense, but this is the guy that was driving the car so to speak. Number 92 gets the nod as our Defensive Player of the Year. I think when you look at this award, you think of guys that can really excel against either the run or the pass. But this guy can do both. What a year he had. Number 24 comes away with the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. Well, being thrown into the starting running back position straight out of college, all right, it raised some questions, but he silenced everyone with nothing short of a remarkable season. Number 55 was our Defensive Rookie of the Year. Hard to think of any young linebacker with better instincts for the football than he has. He wins it in a landslide. Johnson ran away with the rushing title this year. Talk about a threat out of the backfield, my friends. Finesse, speed, a surprising amount of power, which he used to bowl over the few who actually managed to lay a finger on him. What a year. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.